Uno.
Se me entrecortó,
Y ahora sí.
se me entrecortó. ¿No es esa?
No, está bien, está bien. Yes.
Ya.
Hello, teacher and classmates. We are Nayely and Regina. Today we are going to talk about two different things that we really enjoy watching.
We both love movies, but we have different preferences. Nayeli prefers romantic and musical films, while I enjoy fantasy and adventure stories. However, today we are going to compare both films and decide which one has the most interesting story to present to the class.
We chose the film because they are very different in style, story, and emotions. One is musical romantic comedy, and the other one is fantasy adventure film. Uh, the first film is Mamma Mia. It's a romantic comedy and musical. It was directed by Philip Joyce and starring Meryl Streep, Amanda Seyfried, and Pierce Brosnan. The story took place on a beautiful Greece island. Sophie was preparing her wedding and she wanted her father to walk her down the island. However, she did not down walk her real father because her mother never told her. Eh, so Sophie's secretary, her mother Diary, and invited the men for Donna's fast. With Donna, who was organized the wedding and managed her small hotel. Sophie was trying to discover the truth about her father. When the three men arrived in the island, Donna was feeling surprised and nervous because she had not seen them for many years. The situation became more complicated and emotional. The character with singer found Ava some while they were celebrations and remembered the past. I really loved this movie because I was funny and more emotional than many other romantic films. In addition, the music make the story more dynamic and entertaining. It is one of the happiest and most colorful musical I have ever watched. However, some parts were a little unrealistic. On the other hand, that make the films more magical and enjoyable.
The second film is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It is a fantasy and adventure movie. It was directed by Chris Columbus and it starred Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint. And the story began when Harry discovered that he was a wizard. He lived with his aunt and uncle, but his life changed when he received a letter from Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And while Harry was studying at Hogwarts, he was learning magic and making new friends. He met Ron and Hermione and they became best friends. Together, they discovered a mysterious stone that could give eternal life. While they were trying to protect the stone, they faced many dangerous challenges. And the end of the film, Harry fought Lord Voldemort and really enjoyed this movie because it was more exciting and more adventurous than Mamma Mia. The special effects were impressive and the story was more mysterious and intense. However, it was darker and less romantic than a jealous film. It is one of the most creative fantasy stories ever made.
Book films were very interesting, but in different ways. Mamma Mia was more romantic and more musical.
Harry Potter was more adventurous and had more action scenes. It was also more suspenseful.
I enjoy Mamma Mia because it makes feel happy and emotional at the same time.
I preferred Harry Potter because it was more dynamic and had a stronger conflict.
I, in conclusions, after comparing book films, we decide that Harry Potter has the most interesting story to present to the class because it combines adventure, magic, friendship, and suspense. Thank you for the
Thank
listening.